And what we have here, something great.
Hi, how you doing today? My name is Elon Rashad Benford, and I'm coming to you guys live. What I want to talk to you about today is your mentality. I want to talk to you about your frame of mind, your current thought process, because we are exactly where we are in our life based off of the thoughts that have led us here. Okay, we become what we think about. So basically what I want to talk about is your mentality. Your mentality is everything at the end of the day, okay? But I really want you guys to understand what this word actually means, all right? When you break this word mentality down, the first word is me, okay? Now, me is singular, all right? That means for myself. The second word of mentality is men. Men is plural. Men meaning the people and myself and the people I surround myself with. The third word of mentality is mental. Mental is my current state of mind, okay? Last but not least, guys, the fourth word of mentality is tality. And tality pretty much means the greater reality of my life, free in its movement. So I want you guys to understand something. If wealth is what you want to have at the end of the day, you yourself, surrounded by the men that I'm with, they think like millionaires, the mental state of mind that we all have, and then the tality, which is the greater reality of my life. So if I myself surround myself with millionaires that are thinking like millionaires, that would in return become the greater reality of my life. I want to thank you for joining me today, and we look forward to seeing you at the top. What's going on, guys? This is Elon Rashad Benford coming back to you live with part 2 of our segment today on generating wealth. All right. Now, in the first segment, we talked about mentality. All right. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, you have a mentality about it. So you yourself, combined with the people that you're surrounding yourself with, the mental state of mind that you all have will become the greater reality of your life. Okay. This is job mentality. Now, job mentality, unfortunately, many people in America, which happens to be the richest country on the planet Earth, retired broke or dependent on someone else or the government. And that's because they grew up and they continued to work for 40 hours a week for 40 years, and they only retired on 40% of what they already couldn't live off of. That's what we call job mentality. Now, this is what pretty much job mentality looks like, all right? The reason why is because we have a certain amount of expenses that we have to pay every single month. And with those expenses, we only get a bi-weekly paycheck generally when we have a job. So what we're going to do right here is we're just going to write out a few expenses that people typically have, you know, just in a month, on a general monthly period, okay? So generally people pay a rent or a mortgage. Okay, let's say they have utilities, entertainment, student loans. Let's just say, just write student loans up here. Yeah, let's say kids. If anybody has kids. People have phone bills, cars, electricity, car notes, and then let's just say we have miscellaneous right here, okay? Gas, you know, all that other good stuff. So I want you guys to look at this for a second. You have all these expenses coming out of one paycheck every other week. Do you see why at the end of the month you have more month than the end of the money? It's because you're relying on one source of income and you have all these different expenses that are pulling from that one income every single month. So the big difference between wealth mentality and job mentality is that wealthy people do not depend on one form of income. They have multiple streams of income, all right? And they're not necessarily dependent on their time, okay? Time is very important, but they don't trade time for money. If you really want to become wealthy in America, you cannot trade time for money. You have to actually leverage your time, meaning that you have to be able to get more done in the calendar day that you actually go to work. You have to be able to get more done in that period of time. See, I can work for 2 or 3 hours, but I can get paid more than what they'll pay me on a salary-based job because I can get a lot more done if I leverage my time. All right. So that's pretty much what the breakdown of job mentality is. If you want to become rich in America, learn how to leverage your time. In the next segment, we're going to talk about leveraging your time and the position that you want to be in so that you can actually do that. This is Elon Rashad. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you at the top. Welcome back, guys. I'm your host, Elon Rashad Benford today, and we're going to talk about, we're talking about creating wealth in America. The next thing we're going to talk about is the cash flow quadrant, okay? The cash flow quadrant was actually created by a very, very wealthy individual by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. He detailed it a little bit in his first book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and then the second book that he talked about it in was actually called Cash Flow Quadrant, and that book right there changed my life for the better. Ever since I've read that book, my mentality, which we talked about earlier, has completely changed from, the job mentality that I may have had to the wealth mentality that I'm now developing, okay? And I'm looking forward to help you do the exact same thing. So let's talk a little bit about the cash flow quadrant and what exactly it means in business, all right, in the financial world, all right? Now, everybody in America who earns money legally falls in one of these four categories right here. It's what we call the cash flow quadrant. What you see right here is the E. Now, the E stands for an employee. All right? The employee quadrant's right there. Pretty much you're trading time for money, which we spoke about earlier as well. All right? The second category that we have is the S. And the S category stands for the self-employed individuals. Now, what I like to call this category is the people who own a job. So this would be like your professionals, your doctors, your lawyers. This would be like your business owners. People pretty much who, if they walked away from their operation and they came back, it wouldn't be in a better situation. It would be in the same position, if not worse. Okay. Next, we have big business. Or a business system. Okay, that's what the B stands for. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have the investors. All right. Now, this is what we call the cash flow quadrant. Now, let me tell you something crazy about this. Okay, 95% of the people in America fall under the E or the S in the cash flow quadrant, while only 5% of the people in America fall under the B or the I. I'm almost done. Stay with me. Ironically, 5% of America's wealth is on the left side, while 95% of America's wealth is on the right side. So let me ask you, based off of what you see right here, which side would you like to be on? Okay? Would you like to be an employee, which 97% of them retire broke because they traded time for money their whole life? Would you like to be a self-employed professional, which you're going to make a little bit more money than an employee, but you're going to be typically some of the most stressed out people fall in the self-employed category. Like I said, these people own a job because they have to run an adult daycare center. They have a lot of people they have to manage, a lot of employees that they have to pay bi-weekly. They also have a lot of overhead they have to pay for as well. So you have a lot of different expenses that are coming out of your pocket. Generally, these people don't see a profit until their 7th year in business, where they actually start to see profits. The reason why they think it's working is because they see cash flow taking place every single day. So psychologically, they think that the business system is working. But let me tell you guys, the reason why 95% of the wealth in America is on this side is because a business system, or big business, which is a Fortune 500 company, but a business system is the totality of successful men and women working together on your behalf, okay? That's what a business system is, all right? The great thing about networking and network marketing is that you can get involved with the business system for minimal cost. Not like you get involved for minimal cost, but they're actually going to teach you how to build the business. They're going to get your mentality on the right track as well. So they're going to teach you how to become a successful person. First, by getting you to think like a successful person so that you can now take the actions of a successful person, and you can have successful men and women working together on your behalf. It's awesome. That's why I love being a part of this industry and becoming a part of a business system. Now, over the last 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, the industry of networking has created more millionaires than any other industry on the planet Earth. okay? That's why you want to be a part of a business system. Whether it be franchising, big business, Fortune 500 company, or starting your own, you want to have a system that works for you on your behalf. The great thing about the company, the opportunity that I'm currently speaking about, is that we have put together a system to guarantee your success. Follow the system that we have, and you'll never lose. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the investor category. So these are your Warren Buffetts, your Donald Trumps, your people who basically take money and put it into an object or a project, and then it yields them more money at the end of the day. All right? Now, a lot of people say, Elon, why can't I just jump right to the investor category? Why do I have to be a part of a big business or a business system? Reason being is because you can't afford the risk that comes with being an investor. You don't have the financial capital either. So what I tell people is, if you never want to work another day for your life, get involved in the business system so that you can constantly have money coming in. Take the money that you have coming in from your business system, invest a portion of it, and you can live off of that for the rest of your life. I want to thank you guys for joining me today on how to generate wealth in America. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys learned something. Get back with the person that showed you this video. We're really making some serious moves right now, and we're looking forward to working with you and seeing you at the top. It's been fun. You guys take it easy. God bless.